There we go. Hey everybody, it's Lynn and Shine. And
I will be coming home soon, but
there's vines
would like
all
to finish this
over
first.
the ceiling. Somebody put vines all over the place. I guess I'm just gonna let them grow and see how big they get. There's way more vines in here than there was yesterday.
Here you are.
He joined, I was gone. I'm like, wait, why is it quiet?
What?
So they had no Diet Pepsi anywhere you went, Len?
I really could have grabbed her some of my grandma's.
No, there's a aluminum can shortage currently.
Wow.
So we'll just have to keep checking back for. And there was no. Why are you guys in the boat? There was no bottles of Pepsi either.
Jeez. But Sean. So
Yeah.
guess what?
What?
And the weekend after next, we get to see.
So what were you doing? You couldn't come over.
Huh?
What were you doing? Were you doing the hay stuff? The hay bill?
We were doing fence.
Okay.
Stupid villager.
So the weekend after this weekend, we will be having the boys. Because the boys have been begging, and I mean begging their mom to see us. So they're officially coming to see us and probably stay a couple nights.
Where do you put all those people? You got so many. Your house isn't that big.
So
Couches?
Really?
yeah, they sleep on the couch since I sleep up in my room. I don't know. Why don't you ask and pick yourself? No, she's not. Quit screwing with me. No, she's not. She's not playing with my controller.
Lord.
I have to go get my food, so I will see you in a second. Be right back.
Don't I have a fortune pickaxe?
What game you? No, not to
swear.
destroy the splinter mines.
I do have a fortune. Okay.
I need bun.
I need more chest space.
I need bun.
He was supposed to play with us. He told me he was going to play with us Friday night. I haven't seen him. Okay, I think I'm going to dig holes. Just out of my hand, out of my hand. I don't need you or you. Or you. Or this either. Doink. Oh, that was probably my good one, wasn't it?
It does no damage. What the flying fart knuckles?
What you doing?
Playing Destiny 1.
Destiny 1?
Yeah.
Why?
Because why not? Fuck.
Did you have a fun weekend at your dad's house?
Yeah, I'm playing something way too high for my current character.
Oh.
And it's a pain in the ass.
Ah.
I mean a dum-dum.
I see what you're saying.
Sorry, I couldn't see you today, Sean.
You're fine.
A guy from next door. Wait, what'd she say?
He's selling a car. In that text, it says something about a car.
What are you talking about?
Text from me that was sent to me, my mom, or whoever else in a group chat.
Oh. They insist, so here's my thing, when you are a teenager and you want to buy a car, you either save up all the money for it, or you find a car that fits the amount of money that you have. But that's not what they're doing. So John only has $5,000, but yet his mom is willing to loan him $4,000 more to buy a really expensive car for a teenager. It's
Why
ridiculous.
is he getting an expensive car?
I don't. That's what I just said. If you don't got the money, then for some reason she gets this idea that she's got to loan him money and then he's going to pay her back.
He's never paying her back. Are
That's
you
a
crazy?
lot. Well, but the point is that it's a real expensive car. Why would you agree?
Trust John is that.
Well, why would you want to be in debt to your mom in debt for that much money? I don't understand it. I don't understand that relationship. Why would you even agree to
Should I
it?
talk to him about that?
No, I already did.
No, John specifically, not.
I did talk to John already.
Well, he doesn't always listen to you.
Well, most of the time he does.
There we go. So, Sean, I totally don't have a full set of diamond armor.
I need more ammo. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's the spawner that Mallory broke with her fancy pickaxe. Sean! Headache! Stop.
No, I didn't put the Xbox away. I kind of started something on accident.
Nothing? I don't know. Being a butt face?
I don't know why he's so persistent in getting back in a specific time. I don't need to be back until like 7.
Maybe he has plans.
Huh? Maybe he wants you to get out of the house and the little ones will be in bed.
Well, it's literally 6. They're not in bed till 8.
Boom chicka
Exactly.
wow wow.
Maybe he wants to get you out of the house.
Maybe they want to watch porn.
Yeah.
The bigger TV's upstairs.
Maybe they want to use their book you found in the closet and try something new and you're in the way.
I don't want to hear this!
It's not a book I found. It's a present I was told to open. That was for my dad.
Why were you told
Why'd he
to
let you
it?
open it?
My dad
Why?
didn't know what it was.
Why were you told to open it though?
Because he didn't know what it was. He thought it was leftover Christmas present.
Yeah, no. Just no.
Well, you know, the parents have to do it. That's the only way that you get made is if they do it.
I've already heard the shush, shush, shush.
You know what I
Then
mean?
shush. Then
Same.
shush. Sean, shush your mom.
Shush, girl, shush your lips.
We keep it real around here, man.
Farm!
What? You told me to tell her to shush. I did.
I don't want to hear this.
I gotta go, so adios.
Bye.
Bye, Sean.
I will be back on when I get to my mom's.
Okay.
Boop.
I bit my lip when I was sleeping. I think. Otherwise, I can't explain how my lip got bit. But my lip has a bite mark in it.
That's not my
It
pig.
kind of
She's your pig.
hurts.
Your pig, not mine. Not mine. Not mine.
So did you guys have fun last night after I left?
Somewhat.
You and Clingy fighting?
He actually left like a little bit after you left.
Oh. Oh, I hate gravel. Oh, I don't have any coal. He's kind of funny though. Like, I don't think he trusts people. I think that like he's gotten screwed by people or something because he doesn't seem to trust. I mean, he likes hanging out with us, but like he doesn't trust us. You know what I
don't
mean?
think Sean really trusts him.
I don't know why. He has never done anything, well, other than the one incident with the bees that one time. Oh, there's diamonds. Yay!
I guess maybe he just doesn't trust him because he was by our house when we weren't on.
Oh, he disliked those blue things.
And I guess Sean doesn't really trust that he may or may not have went through our chest.
Well, of course he went through your chest. Every kid that comes on the world goes through your chest. That's why we made the world in the first place.
And I guess Sean doesn't like that.
Yeah, now if it was Onion, I would understand his problem. But it was not Onion, it was Clingy. And Clingy's a friend.
Sean got mad because you made that rule for Onion, so he expected it to be for Clingy too.
I didn't make a rule for Onion. There's no rule.
To not go through people's trust.
I didn't make that rule for Onion.
Or, well, to steal.
I said no griefing.
Trust.
Is what I said.
So I guess Sean thought that would.
Well, but like what I'm saying is like Clingy doesn't like if Clingy takes something, he tells you. Like he's not just stealing your shit. And Sean knows that. I don't know what his problem is.
Because like the chests upstairs are like mine and Sean's.
Yeah, but Clingy's not gonna take your shit. Is what I'm saying. See what I'm saying?
I guess Sean is just
being weird is what he's being.
Or just doesn't really trust him much.
But there's no reason. I don't understand what his problem is.
Maybe if it was a different game, he'd trust him. But since it's this game, I guess, he just doesn't.
I need coal, and I can't even fucking seed. Yeah, but see, like, Clingy's like our buddy. Clingy is a buddy of ours, and we've played, like, several games with him, so there's no reason for him to not trust him. I don't understand him.
And I mean, oh my god.
Oh, gold.
I kind of understand where Sean's coming from a little bit.
See, I don't at all. Like, if it was Onion and he was saying, "What are you doing?" and then, like, would get it. But Clingy doesn't do that at all. We've known Clingy for quite a while now. I don't get him. I don't understand his problemo.
Like, I understand a little bit, because, like, I don't like people going through my chest, especially if I don't know them.
Yeah, but that's, like, what I'm saying is that's the whole reason that we created the whole world, is because we made it for people to play with us that we don't trust. See?
So, like, I kind of understand where he's coming from.
So you don't leave shit in the chest that you don't want people touching, because you know they're gonna touch it. Even though we don't...
Like, I mean, we put, like, valuable stuff in the ender chest, but a lot of the stuff won't fit in the ender chest.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, the whole point of the world, like, Sean and I agreed to create the world on purpose just because, so people that we didn't trust could play on it. See what I mean? So it doesn't make, he's not making any sense. No sense at all.
So, like, I understand what Sean... So I understand Sean.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Because, like, if you left something in your chest...
Well, see, that's the thing, though. See, what I'm saying is, Sean and I had a conversation. We created the world on purpose, just so people that we didn't trust on our realm could come and play with us, right? Like, so it was created just for that reason. So his reason for, like, being all weird isn't making any sense, because that's why we created the world in the first place. But Clingy, on the other hand, is like somebody that we've played with several times before, and, like, there's no reason not to trust him, even if it's on a world that was created for that purpose. Now, Onion, on the other hand, now we don't trust him as far as we can throw him.
I don't trust anyone, really. Only people, like, you're, like, the only people I trust on here with my stuff.
God, it's son.
Like, I honestly see where Sean's coming from about not trusting because they could, because like his stuff was
Well, so
in
if
a
Sean
chest.
if Sean wants to do that, then there's no point in us having an extra world. Like really, if he's not going to trust anybody with anything, then there's no point in us creating an extra world.
I mean, like he trusts like you, me, and John.
Well,
'Cause,
he
like, he
has to
knows
trust
that-
Clingy because Clingy isn't on the realm. If he doesn't, like, why is he on the realm if he doesn't trust him? Doesn't make any
Because
sense.
I mean, it's your realm. You decide who's.
No, it's our realm, and we decide. And Sean and I talked about this together. Is the problem? Is the
Since
point?
Sean's not paying for it, I guess,
No,
or anything.
no. That's not a valid argument.
I guess from what Sean.
If he's gonna play those rules, and he's gotta keep it real. He can't we can't have a conversation off of the live stream and then like go on the live stream and then he changes the rules out loud. It doesn't work like that. He's got to figure out what his rules are.
I mean, unless they like ask me if I have something and ask if they can have some, and just don't go completely through my chest when I say no, then. Because, like, I don't like when people go through my chest when I say I don't have something. I expect them not to go through my chest.
Well, so in that instance, the worlds that I create that are not on the realm, you shouldn't play on them. Because that's why they're created. They're created so people can go through your shit. And
I'm not talking about, like, on there.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. That's why that world was
I'm like talking
created.
about on the realm.
Well, we don't let people on the realm. Like we're done. We don't do that anymore. Like, well, we never have really on the realm. Is when so the realm, the only people we let on the realm are the people that we trust. And according to Sean, and the conversation I had with Sean, Clingy's one of those people. That's why we let him there on the realm. And if Sean doesn't trust him, then we need to like take his privs away and take him off of the realm.
I mean, I'm fine with him being here. I just don't want any stuff going missing without me, like, saying you can.
Yeah, see, he doesn't do that. That's what I'm saying. Or he asks or tells you before he'll do it.
Because, like.
Just like yesterday,
he
was looking for bones. He said, I'm looking for bones. You got bones?
And I said no, and I didn't. But he's still
gonna go look. That's just the way that he's a kid.
Because I was positive I didn't have bones. If I did, I would have gave him some. If I did. But I didn't.
I have to talk to Sean when he gets here. Because, like, what he's saying out loud is not what we talked about.
I mean, like, I don't trust many people. So,
Well,
like, I trust Sean and you, and, like, John, not to take stuff. But, like, if none of us are on, and if Clingy's on, do we really know that he's not going through anyone's chest?
No, he's going through your chest. But now is he taking shit out of it? Probably not. Because he doesn't usually do that without telling you. But is he going in there and looking at all your shit? Yes. If he can see it, he's gonna go look at it. That's kind of the way the kids work. And that's what Sean and I talked about. That's why I created that extra world, because I didn't want the people I don't trust that play with us on the realm. Because, if they have permission to be there, they can go on the realm any time of the day they want to and do whatever they want to, and I can't see it. You know what I mean? But if we have a world created that's not a realm, they can only go on it when I'm on it.
Someone else is on.
Yeah, I have to be on it before anybody else can go on it.
Yeah.
That was like the whole conversation that Sean and I had was like, do you want to do this?
Because, like, before I take anything, I always say, like, can I potentially have this? I may need it. But, like, say I don't have room in my ender chest to put, like, a book that I want to put on something.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to talk to Sean when he gets here, and we're going to re-talk about this whole thing. Because if he's saying something different than what we agreed to, then we need to talk about it. Just so we both are on the same page.
Because, I mean, I don't let random people join me on my stuff. Unless they're, like, one of your friends or Sean's. But as long as they don't hack
We'll see, but
the
thing is, though, we only have one other real friend, other than John, you, and me, and that's Clingy. All the rest of them, I don't know them from Adam. Onion, Carrot, all those other kids, I don't know any of them. I don't even know Leviathan. I only know him because he talks. He comes on the parties and talks.
Like, I only know Leviathan because he is Sean's friend.
But I can't tell you if he's trustworthy. Like, and I don't even know if he plays Minecraft or not.
Sean said that I think he said that Leviathan had it.
Now, I know that there's a couple kids that are untrustworthy, and I don't think that, and it's a couple kids that, or not Mallory, you're Mallory. What's the other girl's name that, your neighbor? Rihanna. There's a couple kids that Sean knows that used to come on with when Rihanna was on, and they're like really like.
By any chance, was one of them named Emma?
No, they're really foul-mouthed like kids, and I don't like them. And
Okay, well,
what was his name?
if
Jam Bubble, maybe.
well, I know that she has a friend named like Rio.
No, it wasn't her friends. It was Sean's friends, but they're like really, really like. They're really foul-mouthed kids, like really foul-mouthed. Like they say cunt and stuff like that. Like they say really bad words.
Like Sean said that he has played with some of her friends, and I have played with like one of her friends, and I don't like the one I played with.
No, it wasn't her friend. It was his friends. But when it's him and his cousin when they get together, like they're really lewd and crude, and the shit that comes out of their mouth, I'm just like, oh my god, what are you saying? And so I was just like, you gotta keep it. You guys gotta stop this conversation. Like you got to keep it clean. Like just like the other day when Onion and his cousin started doing all that. Like when they start saying P words and C words and words like and demeaning women and like anything in that direction, I shut it down pretty fast. Well, these two kids, I think his name's Jam Bubble, and then his cousin, and they're older kids, they're like 15, 16, 17, whatever. They're just like the lewdest and crudest and nastiest, and I'm just like, we need this conversation to go very clean, really fast. And then they got on with her, and they were saying the C word and the P word and all these other words and she's like, I ain't tolerate none of this. I ain't playing with these guys. And then, so that was the end of it. Like, once she said that, Sean cut him off. I hadn't quite got to the point where I cut him off. Because, I'm trying to be really nice to people, and sometimes I let them do too much, but she was like, nah. So they were gone. I think it was Jammed Bubble and I don't remember what his cousin's name was.
Because, like, Sean said that, like, when, like, he would talk to her, like, he'd play, like, I think, Smite with, like, a couple of her friends, and
yeah, I don't remember that
exactly like what happened. From what he told me, is they were just being dicks.
I don't know that. I don't remember that.
And like, I'm not kidding. Her friends are actually, at least one of them. I don't think is, but like. One of them for sure I don't like, which is like Rio Love, I guess.
Well, like the funny thing too that like she would ignore him. She'd come on, like so she would come on and join him with all his friends, and then she'd get upset when they say things or whatever. But she would never let him invite him to her parties and stuff. So I don't remember her ever inviting him to any of her stuff.
From what I know, that he was in one of her, but like, I don't really. I already don't like one of her friends who's on Xbox for a reason. So I could see why that he doesn't if he was in one. Because like one of her friends called me a really mean name.
I don't know those people. I guess I was there.
And like,
Well,
I'm not kidding.
Well, because like I'm usually in the room, like listen, like I'm either playing a game with them or I'm in the room and kind of listening half-assedly to the conversations, just for that
Yeah.
point of because some kids are just really mean people,
Yeah,
and
well,
there's a lot of
this girl
bullying
was
and
really mean.
yeah. So I don't even remember hearing the friends or seeing the friends or
Well,
I
you
don't remember the
probably
game.
didn't see him.
The game you're talking about, I don't even remember him ever playing it. So I'm not sure like where, like when or where, whatever. But I would have said something if I'd have been there. I wasn't there though. Maybe he was over his dad's. I don't even know.
Like, this was a while ago from what I know, but I don't know. I guess he told me that, and I'm just like, yeah, don't trust any of her friends, because a lot of them are assholes, and especially this one, if you ever meet her, Emma.
Yeah, I probably will never meet any of her friends because she kind of
Like-
did him dirty.
Yeah, she did.
She hurt him so much, and like that. I met her. I drove him home, a couple times, and she just he was so in love with her, and then she just shit all over him.
Like, legit, literally, she was only giving me his number to get him to stop texting her.
Because he was so puppy loved over her.
That's
She's just-
literally the reason she was giving me his number, to get him to stop bugging her.
Well, she just like did the most, like horrible thing ever.
And
She
then
just
once,
she just cut him off and just like
and like, are you serious? He still texted her. So what?
well, yeah, because he was like madly in, puppy love with her.
And like, literally, he was only texting her because he wanted to know more stuff about me.
And that's not
was
necessarily true.
Well, some of the texts that he was sending, he was
Well,
like,
after he
"Can you
decided.
like send me Mal's address and stuff?"
After he like figured out the flirting, then he was asking her stuff about you. But before that, he just kept texting her because she promised him that they would
Yeah.
be friends, and then
Like,
she was ignoring him.
Like, if you're gonna promise someone to be friends, fucking actually do that. If you're not gonna do that, don't promise. Like, come on. Don't be a fucking kid.
And he didn't know how to handle it. Like she was ignoring him after she promised she'd still be friends with him, and she was just ignoring him.
If I was him, I would have just been, you know what, fine. I honestly would have said, I want my shit back that I gave you.
Well, so she was like the puppy love, like the term puppy love. Like puppy love is what it was. Like she was puppy love for him, and like he didn't know how to deal with it. Like her behavior. It really was puppy love. Like he was just, it was like more of an infatuation thing, and like
Honestly, though, it's probably better that he's not friends with her, because she's a spoiled bitch. And I'm not kidding. She is a spoiled little bitch.
yeah, I still think that they still could be friends. I mean, she just
Legit, every time she would like come over and shit, she'd always call her mom to bring her food. Every time. Like, and that was like at the beginning until she actually.
I don't have any wood.
And
Oops, I
I'm
made
just
3
like,
of them.
serious?
I don't blame her though. I'd do the same thing if I had the power. Because I don't eat. I'm like, I have a thing about food.
And like most of the time, she was supposed to be my friend, but half the time it felt like I was just like in the way. Because it honestly seemed like she was just after to be friends with Michaela.
Could be.
And Michaela saw that I was a little upset, so she like didn't really want anything to do with Rihanna. But my mom told her to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like Michaela, like literally, she'd come over like a couple times when she came over, she'd always try to be on top of Michaela, literally, practically. She literally had no concept of personal space the first time she came over. She practically sat on Michaela's lap. And then, like, I swear every time, she'd literally be practically on top of Michaela. Like, laying on top of Michaela, practically. And,
yeah,
like,
but
I'd literally just, like, come in, see it, and, like, I'd just walk into the living room, or into the dining room, put my headphones on, listen to music. Because it honestly didn't seem like I was important.
But you know something, though, about that? If you think about it, like, you guys are from the same type of world. Like, you were both homeschooled. And if you think about Rihanna's behavior and think about the situation you're currently in and think about it hard enough, you could probably justify everything that she does because she's homeschooled. She hasn't had the experience, and she's the only girl, right? I'm not
She's
justifying.
the only girl, yeah.
I'm not justifying her behavior, but I know that she was abused by her brothers, and I know
Yeah,
that
she
she's
was.
the only
But see-
girl.
See,
So
she shouldn't have screwed me and Michaela over because we protected her ass. We literally protected her ass from her brother, like, beating her up. Like, her brother tried to put her in a chokehold in front of Michaela, and that didn't last.
but what I'm saying is, can you
And then she
understand?
wanted to screw Michaela over.
Can you understand, though, the lack of boundaries based on the world that she comes from, is what I'm saying. You see how she could be that way because she's homeschooled, number one, and abused by her brothers, number two, and the only girl.
Yeah, but that
So-
stopped when that pretty much stopped when Michaela told her brother to fuck off and stop, or else. And then she literally had the nerve to text and like call my mom and tell her that Michaela was being like depressed and that's why that she couldn't be friends with Michaela. Michaela wasn't even depressed.
Well, and she said that Sean touched her inappropriately.
if
And
you're
she
gonna
told
come-
your mom. She told your mom that Sean touched her inappropriately. I'm not like
I know
crazy.
for a fucking fact that's not fucking true.
I know it's
She
not
wouldn't
true.
let Sean touch her. Not even her hand.
She wouldn't let him kiss her either.
Literally. Sean, I know for a fact she wouldn't let him touch her because I swear 9 times out of 10 she'd always have, anytime I was in public with her, she'd always have her fucking arm around my neck.
Well, she was always touching Sean, though. But she'd never let him do the same.
She basically made it seem like her and I were like a couple.
Well, and maybe she's gay.
Honestly,
Nothing
me and
wrong with
Hale-
that.
I was thinking that, honestly.
But the other thing too is like she, like when Sean was, kind of dating, like like they weren't even really dating. It was less even dating than you guys were doing.
Like
And
practically half-assing.
but
not-
he wasn't old enough to be alone with her, and I made really sure that he was never alone with her, and so there was no way that he could touch her inappropriately because he was never alone
Exactly.
with her. So I don't know where she's getting where
I
that all
already
came
knew
from.
that was a lie because, like, you wouldn't leave him alone with her. Because, like, let's be real. She can make any story try to make it believable, and he'd get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, that's why I told him not to do anything with you, because I knew that once your mom knew that it would be his fault, no matter whether it was your fault or his fault, it'd be his fault because he's the guy and you're the girl.
And I'm just like, are you serious? Just, why don't you, like, honestly stop lying to your... Just stop lying. Quit trying to make everyone actually, like, pity you to make it to where they believe you. Because,
Well,
like, honestly, I didn't believe her. I didn't believe that Sean did that to... I didn't believe that.
yeah, Sean, that's not something Sean would do, actually.
I want both stories before I believe who I believe. And I believe Sean. Because, like, literally, when she practically, basically, like, broke up with him, Michaela was in the room. Michaela was in her fucking room. I'm just like, are you serious? And, like, okay, why are you gonna... You're gonna literally break up with someone over the phone? Who does that?
He was crying. I remember that. I was standing in the hallway.
Who does that? Don't be a fucking chicken. Break up with them in person. Don't be a coward. And, like, when I heard that, like, I couldn't believe it. At one point, I'm like, Sean doesn't deserve her to be all, like...
Well, and she's got his, like... The other thing that really bothers me is, like, she's got his kitty cat necklace.
See, and that's why I would have said, if you're gonna break up with me, I want my shit back that I gave you.
I think that his aunt went and asked, but she never gave it back. Well, and like the big deal is that it's like a family heirloom, like, and I didn't.
Honestly, I wouldn't have even gave it to her in the first place.
Well, he wanted to, and I was just like, are you like that's your like you saved your money when you were a little kid and you bought that for yourself when you
Literally,
were like 4.
I wouldn't have gave it to her.
Well, he wanted to. That's why when he was going to give you the frog blanket, I'm like, no, we're not giving her the frog blanket. Like, if you guys break up, it'll be gone forever. And someday you'll have kids and you'll want to have that.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have done that.
That's why I keep telling him, like, well, you keep telling him not to give you your pony back. But I'm like, that's a family heirloom. You're going to have children one day and you're going to want to give it to them. So even though you keep telling him no, you should take it back because you're going to want it back later. You may not want it back now.
I mean, I have his Vaporeon, so...
Yeah, but that's not a family heirloom. That's something that he gave you. That's not something that you had for 20 years. Yeah, well, so you're going to be like, someday when you're older, you're going to be like, oh my god, I wish I hadn't given Sean my pony. I could give it to my daughter. Or my son. Or whatever. That's what I keep telling him. I'm like, you know, you keep saying you don't want it, but right now you're young. When you get older, you'll be like, oh my god, I wish I had that.
I mean, I know that if I did ask, Sean would.
We're gonna mail it back to you. So, like, when you're older and you're over, like, a certain age, when I think that you're, like, more mature, I'm gonna mail it back to your mom. Because you're gonna want it. Even though you say you don't, you will. Because I'm a mom and I know these things. And someday when you're a mom, you'll be like, yeah, Elaine was right. So I told him to keep it. And then later in life, we'll mail it back to you when you're a little older. After you've gone to college or whatever you're doing, or get married or whatever. And you can say no, but I know better.
Ow!
Oh my god! That was almost bad. Why does Minecraft have to put trip mines and everything? Oh, we're on the stream, by the way. I didn't really forgot. That's
I
why
didn't know.
everything we talked about was on the stream. I guess nothing was really secretive, though.
Like, I don't get why. Literally, she only really gave it to me just to get him to stop texting her. And that was literally on his birthday.
Well, because he believed her that she wanted to be friends, and he was trying to understand what she was doing.
Honestly, I don't believe a word she says. Ever.
Well, I did until all that shit happened, and then I was like, whoa. And then I was like, well, it's a good thing that you're probably not friends with her, because she seems kind of crazy.
Like, honestly, Sean probably got... It's probably a good thing that Sean's not friends with her.
I agree.
Because she acts more like a mean girl. Like, she acts more like Regina George from Mean Girls.
I like that show.
Literally. She acts more like Regina George.
I want to be Regina George.
And I'm serious.
I'm more of a Katie Heron. And then once she turned back into her normal self.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is there more? I want more. That was not fair. I could see myself joining the math league and being all nerd.
Well, I can definitely see you joining that. And that's for sure.
And I can see myself, like, walking around with a ponytail.
And, like, I told Sean a while ago that she only gave me your number to get you to stop texting her. That's the only reason she gave me your number.
Ooh. Alright, we'll go back through.
And, like, here's what I don't get is she was literally like, she sent a picture of me and her, but like I had makeup on a bit, or well, it was more of me. And then she took a picture of me in my onesie that I had on at that point. Because he sent a picture of him in a onesie.
Sean. Here, I'll be right back. I'm going to turn off the stream and pause